Well, I think the big two takeaways is he's admitted, Li Keqiang, the premier, in this press conference, he's admitted that this about 5.5% GDP growth forecast for this year won't be easy to achieve. I mean, look, the IMF has a growth target of 4.8%, so a 5.5% is considerably higher than that. It's also well above the consensus estimate from economists surveyed by Bloomberg of about 5.1%. The headwinds have increased even just over the last week of the National People's Congress. We now have reports of more than 1,000 new coronavirus cases, triple digits now in a daily tally for the first time in a couple of years. That poses a potential big problem for consumption and production, of course, if factories are affected. I might be getting way ahead of myself, but they are watching, obviously, how Hong Kong is handling its severe outbreak as well, because it's very difficult for Hong Kong to lock down like China can, but China can go in and lock down and mass test. We'll see. This is one we're going to have to really watch over the course of this outbreak in China. Li Keqiang talked a lot about tax breaks, that being a good part of the incentives that the government is going to be putting forward to the economy. Of course, the fiscal stimulus is already kind of baked in. They're going to that admission that reaching that 5.5% growth target won't be easy. He also, in another breath, basically said there needs more government support. So that's likely to be fiscal spending and also some monetary support as well. Job creation, always part of Li Keqiang's press conference and speeches. That is a paramount concern and a priority of governments in China. And job creation is a top priority, he says. COVID prevention, as I mentioned at the top, also top. Now, the other big theme, Ukraine. And it was part of a double-barreled question to start the press conference. The reporter asked about the economy, which, boy, did Li Keqiang go on and on and on about that. Of course, he's in charge of the economy as the premier. But then he gave some playbook responses on Ukraine, and I'll read them out. He said China is deeply concerned and aggrieved about the Ukraine situation, did not call it a war. He hopes for a peaceful resolution in Ukraine. Essentially, he stuck to the same script. He says China wants to develop cooperation with all countries on the basis of mutual respect and benefit to bring greater stability to the world. He basically said, and there's John Liu, our Beijing managing editor there, giving a question to Li Keqiang right now. He said he failed to condemn Russia for the invasion, and he did say that they will continue humanitarian aid to the Ukraine. And here's the quote. He said, sanctions are only going to hurt the world economy.